Check one, check two, since you know what to do. What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going on? We back in the building. We back in the building. It's 5:12. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we finished our live last night at like a quarter to 12, midnight. So it was difficult getting about to bed this morning. But it's all right. But it's all right. We here. We here, and I got a long day in front of me. So, you know, this kind of rejuvenates me. You know what I mean? So I'm a we gonna get right into it though. We gonna get right into it this morning. So last night, well, great day to you. Thank you so much again for tapping in for yet another live. This is day 15. Can't believe it. As we discussed yesterday, I think I'm going to continue on this vein. I'm really been enjoying getting up and sharing. Really been. It feels good to get back in teaching mode. You know, as you know or may not know, I'm also a co-founder of Creative Lounge, which is a full video production studio in the heart of White Plains, and so because of that, I've been doing a lot more content. I've been doing a lot more strategizing for our clients um, than really for myself. And that has really kind of taken up a lot of my time. And so this has given me an opportunity to really kind of get back into the driver's seat, so to speak, and has given me the opportunity to be able to get back in the driver's seat, but also to get back into my teaching bag. Like I really enjoy teaching. I really enjoy coaching. Like I really enjoy this. And so to be able to, get kind of get back into a place where I love, it feels good. It feels good. And that's why even being tired, it still feels good to be with you this morning. So I just a couple of house cleaning. Number one, slides. I'm using slides I'll be teaching every weekday that I teach, every live that I teach, except with the exception of day one, I've used slides. So if you want access to the slides, so that this way you'll be able to have them, kind of have somewhat of a catalog, or have them kind of in your, in your vault, so to speak, of you know, things that you can refer back to that are going to allow you to stay consistent and kind of keep on the path that you're trying to go and help you along your journey. Let me know. I want you to comment slides and leave slides in the comments, and I will create a space and provide access to you, so that this way you can access all of the slides, so you can kind of just download them and have them available. Okay, so let me know. Let me know if you would like the slides, and we'll make sure that we get those to you. And I think there was something else, but it lost me, or I lost it. It escaped from me. So we're gonna get right into the teaching this morning, and then if it comes back to me, then I don't have a problem pausing, totally incomplete, pressing pause on the teaching for a second to share that with you. You know what I mean? And because we've been rocking together for almost 3 weeks now. I know that you understand. You know what I mean? Sometimes stuff just hits me in the head, and I gotta make sure I share it before I forget it. All right, so let's get into it, because I know this is what we've all been waiting for here. Today, we are talking about the AI tools that speed up content creation. I'm gonna tell you, this right here is going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer. It's important for us to understand and be able to look at AI from the proper lens. Okay, and we're going to talk about it a little bit further in the slides. But look, as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a consultant, even if you have a non-for-profit, even if you have a product-based business, physical product or a physical location, you're creating content. You know what I mean? You're creating content. You are making it a point to, or you understand the significance of creating content to be able to market in the digital space, right? We don't have phone books no more. We don't have in phone books. How many of us remember how many of us remember the phone book, right? That thing about that thick with phone numbers in it to companies. And if you was it back in the day, if you had some money, You had an ad. You had a, you know what I'm saying? You had a half page, full page ad in the daggone phone book. You know what I mean? Like people was gonna see you, and as I got older, you can buy full page. You can buy full page color ads in the phone book. Crazy, right? Remember, you know what? And you know, I don't even know if they still do that now. Huh. Oh snap! I'm gonna have to next time that I go to a grocery store. Remember when they used to have ads on the grocery store carts? You know, the little flip out part of it. You know that you could put your kids in, right? We need the little flip out part of it. They would have ads there too, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy, crazy. So nonetheless, that was even content back in the day, right? And so I'm going off on a tangent, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to frame the proper way to look at AI and not to be afraid of it, not to think it's not the devil, you know. I mean, it can be, it can be. Let me go ahead and get that. Let me go ahead and say that clearly. It most certainly can be if used improperly, if used in such a way that is detrimental. Okay, but that's with everything, right? Anything that is in the hands of someone who has a bend towards destruction or a bend towards something, a bend towards things that are evil, they're going to use a tool. They're going to use that thing to that end, regardless. So that doesn't make the thing itself inherently wrong, right? So anyway, without going into the morals of AI, we just want to go into the usage and how we can use it as content creators, as business owners, as non-for-profit organizations, as brick and mortar businesses, how we can use it for our benefit. All right, and I'm going to be sharing with you as well some of the tools that I personally use that have really been helpful for me, and you could move it. You could use them things right away. Okay, so here we go. So, all right. So content takes forever. Have you ever said that to yourself? Can I get a witness in the congregation? You said to yourself, content takes forever, and this is why you don't do it. Right? This is why you don't do it because it takes a long time, seemingly, right? To script, to record, to find the right images, to all of the all of the requirements to creating somewhat of a somewhat of a acceptable piece of content. It takes time, right? In some cases, as we've been talking about in the days before, sometimes, right? Sometimes you're staring at a computer for 2 hours, or you're staring, for whatever reason, you're not inspired. You don't have any ideas, and it's like, yo, what in the heck is going on here? You feel me? And so, take writing captions takes 30 minutes, creating graphics takes an hour, editing, recording and editing, forget about it. Like it can take a long time. I'm a co-founder of a content create well a video production studio, and we do content creation, we do documentaries, we do short films, we do advertisements, like you name it, right? We do it all at my studio, and I know how much it takes. A lot of the times, recording and all of that is the easy part, but having to edit it on the back end really can be a task, right? So all of these things are true, right? Content creation can be very time consuming, and this is why I gave you the 6 minute framework a couple days ago. Don't even remember what day it is, but I gave you the 6 minute framework. This is why I've been talking about you getting clear and giving you the content roadmap, so that this way we can drastically cut the time down with our content without prevent us from getting burnt out, but also uh, safeguard us from overthinking too. Okay, and so this today is right in alignment with us being able to cut down our content creation time, cut it down to a fraction of the time, right? So we can buy back our time, because ultimately that's what we want to do, because we want to be able to reinvest that time into our business, into our products and the services that we're going to be able to offer to our ideal audience and to our people that do what? That answer their prayer and solve their problem. Okay, excelente. So here's the truth. Okay, you're spending hours on tasks that could take minutes. Meanwhile, AI can, listen to this, write your captions in seconds, design your graphics instantly, and edit your videos automatically. AI has the power to do all of those things and so much more. Okay? And that's the truth. All right? So now, here's the secret. AI isn't here to replace you. I told you we was going to talk about it just a little bit. AI is not here to replace you. It's here to speed you up. Okay? AI is not here to replace you. It's here to speed you up. AI, so here's what I want you, and this last sentence right here is super, super crucial. We want to approach AI from a proper lens and a healthy lens. AI is not here, or we use AI because AI is our assistant. It's who we hire, it's who we partner with to be able to show up with confidence and consistency every single day. It's who we hire, all right? It's who we partner with to assist us in getting to our goal faster, so we can buy our time back and be able to reinvest that time into things that are growing our business. And this is ultimately the power of partnering with AI. So I don't want you to look at it as something that is replacing you, because it's not, right? You still think through your ideas. You still have to put the input in, meaning you still have to have the idea, and because you have the knowledge, the experience, and expertise, you're able to now communicate with AI what it is that you would have it to do for you, right? So AI is not thinking for you. AI is not coming up with the ideas for you. AI is not telling you what to do. You're telling it what to do, and it's helping you to strategize and helping you to streamline it, so that this way you're able to execute with more efficiency and in less time, right? But at the same time being very impactful as well. Okay? And this is our desired goal. So I just wanted to make sure that we are looking at AI from the proper lens, okay? So you use AI as your assistant, not your replacement. Use AI as your assistant and not your replacement, okay? Here we go. So here are some of the AI content tools that I use. I use Claude. I use ChatGPT. I use Poppy AI. Okay. Now you can do captions. You can script out. You could script out your ideas, and you could also partner with these AI platforms in order to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Here's an idea. Here's an idea that I think would be cool. Here is something that I want to try. Can you give me the pros and cons? Can you ask me questions based upon this idea to help me flesh out this particular idea, right? Do you think, based upon my demographic or based upon my niche, do you think that this is going to land well with my niche? You can play around with AI to get angles, okay, to get angles and to get I'm going to say perspective, but for it to expose some other elements, or some hidden jewels, or corners or whatever that you might overlook, because a lot of the times, particularly as a creative, you have an idea, but it's very much so it's not always fleshed out, right? So you have maybe the overarching idea, but it's not necessarily fleshed out. And so it is a matter of you being able to really flesh that thing out and put the pieces of that idea together or that vision together so you can see it more clearly. And once you see it more clearly, then of course you're able to execute it. But sometimes when you just have the big vision, those details are oftentimes missing. And what I particularly use AI for, is to help me to see the details, help me to kind of zone in on the nuances that are going to make the vision either worthwhile or will work or not. Okay, and kind of expose my blind spots, because a lot of us have blind spots. Because if you it's with anything, if when you were in school, or if you were writing a paper or something along those lines, if you're doing it and you're consumed by it, right, then what ends up happening is that you become you become a part of it. So you're looking at it through eyes that have been constantly looking at it, and so it in those instances it makes a huge difference at some point for you to pass that on to somebody who has fresh eyes, who hasn't been looking at it, who have not been who are not so close to it, is basically what I'm trying to say. In AI, you're training the AI as you're going, and you are informing AI as you're going. So basically, it can be used as that partner that is showing you your blind spot, right? Or is exposing the places that maybe you potentially overlooked in your vision. All right. So this is the way that we want to handle. This is the way that we want to handle AI. We don't just want to say, hey, here's what I want you to do. Like, come up with all of these ideas or come up with all of this stuff. And listen, sometimes you may have to do that. Maybe you just don't have any ideas, which if you follow everything that I've been teaching you, that won't be the case. However, they still have to be in alignment. Those ideas that AI generates for you still have to be in alignment. They still have to be according to they have to still be in alignment with your ultimate goal. You still have to have a plan. You still have to have a strategy, right? It still doesn't nullify that. All right. So, all right, I'm off my soapbox. So, ChatGPT, I use Claude, and I use Poppy AI. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I use Poppy AI for everything. I use Poppy AI for everything. When I discovered Poppy AI, I actually stopped using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is actually, you can use ChatGPT um within Poppy AI. You can actually use it. So Poppy AI, what's really cool about Poppy AI is that it gives you access to all the latest AI models. So you can use Claude, you can use ChatGPT. They got also Nana Banana in there. What else did they have? I think they have. I want to say at one point they had Grok. So they got a bunch of different AI softwares that you can use within their platform. So it's an all-in-one platform. So I go to Poppy AI for everything, for the most part. I still dabble with ChatGPT, but Poppy AI allows me to create my captions in there. I create my descriptions for my YouTube videos. I also what else do I do there? I bounce ideas off it. I bounce ideas off of Poppy. If I have with what I've transitioned for with ChatGPT is I help it kind of flesh out more research ideas. So if I needed resources for something, if I got to put together a speech or something along those lines, I'll give ChatGPT my idea as far as the direction that I'm trying to go, the points that I'm trying to make, the concept that I'm looking to explore, and I'll allow ChatGPT to kind of formulate it and start to kind of pull resources for me that I could then go ahead and research and kind of firm up the idea, right, and be able to have some more information that's going to help me to be able to communicate whatever that idea is in a much more robust way, because I have so much more information that that I can pull from. Okay, so Let me go back. So we also have Canva AI for graphics, for templates, for design. So these slides, they're very simple, very, very, very simple. Okay, but I created all of my slides in Canva. Okay, all my slides in Canva. Canva is so easy to use. Canva is such, I mean, and they've grown tremendously, but I love Canva. I Canva is my go-to, particularly if you're not necessarily a graphic designer, right? And you don't know Photoshop, you don't know, you know, Illustrator, you don't necessarily know all of these more advanced products, more advanced softwares. You can use AI. Excuse me. You can use Canva, and even now the AI function. But you can use Canva, and the stuff that you can create in Canva looks just as amazing as some of these other, professional softwares. So you pumping out stuff that looks just as good as some graphic designers, but you're doing it in Canva. And once you learn how, man, I've so much so that I've invested in Canva workshops, how to build websites in Canva or design websites in Canva and things along those lines. Like, I mean, look, the possibilities in Canva are endless. Okay, so yes, there are other platforms. I don't remember the names of them right now because I don't use them. Right, so you could of course research it if you don't want to. Any of the tools that I'm offering to you. You can give them a shot if you're unfamiliar with them. You can do your research, or if there's some alternatives that work a little bit better for you for whatever reason, feel free to tap in. CapCut, I use CapCut to edit my videos. I have not used the script. I'm gonna be transparent about that, but the script does have an AI function where it is, you can upload your video, and then what it does is it takes out pauses, dead spots, and you can actually edit it via text. So meaning you could upload your video, it transcribes the video, and you can literally have AI take out all of your filler words, take out all of the spaces and dead spots in when you're talking. That's actually pretty cool, because really editing at its very core is basically doing just that. So it will help you to edit quickly, right, or quicker, right, without you having to go through a 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute video or hour video. The AI will actually do it for you. CapCut, I use CapCut as well. CapCut you can use it on your mobile. CapCut is very, very, very convenient. I was against CapCut for a very long time. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a purist. I'm of an older generation, right? And so my editing weapon of choice was Final Cut, and it still is Final Cut. I'm still Final Cut first, and then everything else afterwards. But CapCut is most certainly for someone who is not. No. Let me take that back. CapCut is great for everybody, whether you're advanced in editing or you're not. It's very user friendly, very intuitive. The tools are the platform itself, as far as it being accessible, as far as your tools and stuff, and it's not complicated or overwhelming in any way, shape, or form. It is a great option, and you can add your captions to your videos, and they have really great transitions, and they have really great effects, and there's so many, there's a lot. Like, kudos to the team who created CapCut, because CapCut is most certainly a really dope platform, right? So again, I do a lot of my editing in Final Cut, and then I'll export out of Final Cut, and then I'll bring it into CapCut to put all the bells and whistles and the sound effects and the music, and the stuff happening, the stuff flying across the screen and all that. I do all that in CapCut, right? Because they just got a really dope catalog of that. So another editing software that has AI functionality is Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro also is another editing platform I believe that's an Adobe platform, or Adobe software, And that also has AI functionality in it that allows you to be able to that if you have a podcast episode or something, you could upload it there and the AI will chop it up for you. So that's pretty cool. Even if you have a multi-camera podcast, it will find the voice, identify the person, and automatically cut your podcast and fit the angles properly. So that's really kind of cool. I haven't used that function, but I do have a friend of mine who is a video, well, he's a videographer and editor, and he put me on the Premiere and that AI function. So that's something that you could look into. So if you have an hour video, instead of you having to spend an hour going through that hour video, or 2 hours going through that hour video to do all the edits manually, these are great options that you can tap into. And lastly, well, I'm not going to say lastly because I got a couple more for you, but Opus Clip. Opus Clip is also a really cool platform. So with Opus Clips, what you're able to do is you can take your full, like if I did this particular, once this live is over, right? I'll be able to take that shareable link from the that you're provided. After I upload this video, I'll have a shareable link. I can plug the shareable link into Opus Clips, and Opus Clips will literally create, I think, like 25 or 30 pieces of short form content for me, right? With captions, with, you can select B-roll, all of that stuff, okay? And basically what B-roll is, if you're not familiar, is if you're watching a video and the person is talking, and then all of a sudden, like, um you'll see like a video will appear over the speaker, and it'll be a video of somebody almost enacting what the person is talking about, right? That's B-roll. So it'll switch to that particular scene, and there's, if someone is talking about walking, they're talking about walking on the beach in the sunshine, and then it may shift to an actual scene of somebody walking on the beach in the sunshine, right? That's called B-roll footage. So you can add that to your video with Opus Clips as well. So it's really really dope, and to be honest, it's come a very long way. And so think about you recording a video and then taking the link, dropping it in Opus Clips, and not having to do any editing to the video, allowing the AI to actually edit that video for you. And all you do is download whatever clips that you like the most. And within Opus, if I'm not mistaken, you do have an option to kind of even do some mild edits to it as well. So if you want to change the caption font or the look of the captions, or if you want to, there is a number of different features within Opus that allow you to kind of customize the edits a little bit more, right? So and it gives you what they call a virality score. If it gives you a score, basically, that it rates how well that particular piece of content could potentially do. So they rank it. So if it's high up on your ranking, if it has a high number, that means that that based upon the subject matter, based upon what the AI has read, they believe that that particular content with this particular hook, talking about whatever you happen to be talking about, will be the chances of that particular clip doing well is basically their prediction. Now, does it mean does it mean that it's actually going to do what it is that, does it mean it's going to go viral? No, that's not what that means. But at least it gives you a good idea. Okay, so Opus Clips is another really, really, really great, a really, really great tool that you can use. Another tool that I've been using personally. Oh, let me get on the main screen. Another tool that I've been using to edit my videos. I just came across it like 2 weeks ago. Let me put you on. It's called Vizard. VIZ. I think it's VIZAR. Yeah, it's Wizard with a Z. So ZI, Wizard, Vizard. So it's Vizard with a V. Why can I? Vizards, I believe. Hold on, let me check my drink because I got it up right now. Yes, Vizard.ai. Okay, Vizard.ai. Now this tool is crazy. Dag. All right, listen. Here's the thing. I'm gonna do. Let me know in the comments if you want me to actually do some demos of these particular AI tools. Let me know if you want to do that because a Ecamm Live gives me the functionality to be able to share my screen and all that. I don't know how to do it yet, so I'm still kind of feeling my way through Ecamm. But stay tuned because my lives are going to get way more interactive and I'm going to have graphics, so I'm going to have stuff that pops up on the screen that's going to be lit. But right now, I don't know how to do any of that, so I'm just telling you. But look at Vizard.ai, and it's another AI editing software that I absolutely love. Okay, what I do is I take this. I'm going to take this live and I'm going to feed it to Vizard. I'm going to copy and paste the URL or not even the URL, but the link to this particular video once I upload it to YouTube, and I'm going to plug it into Vizard. And Vizard is going to give me, I think, like 25 clips or 30 clips, right? And what I love about Vizard is that Vizard allows you to edit. It does the editing for you, but what it does is based upon the clip that you choose, you can further edit the clip, and it gives you a timeline, so you can cut out certain things or you can add certain things, right? You also are able to add like end cards. Like I've been using it to put like a little graphic at the end of every single clip that I post. The templates, it has templates that you can actually pick from, that it automatically edits your video based upon the template that you select. It also allows you to select B-roll. You have people who have the captions that have the emojis that pop up with the word. Like you can do all of that in Vizard. And I just love the flexibility of it. And I don't even remember how I came across it. I think I was looking for AI because when I started this AI editing platforms, and I had used Opus Clip, so I was looking for some other options, right? Came across Vizard, absolutely love it. And what it has allowed me to do is, last night I told you that I'm posting across platforms, and I'm gonna start posting on YouTube Shorts, but I'm posting across platforms, particularly Instagram and TikTok. I'm posting 3 and 4 times a day because and we talked about repurposing yesterday. I'm snatching a full my full live. I'm putting it into Vizard, right? I'm putting it into Vizard, getting my clips, and then I'm taking my clips from Vizard and I put it into Poppy AI, and I allow Poppy AI to help me to write SEO optimized Instagram captions, right? For each one of the videos with my hashtags. And I know hashtags aren't a big thing, particularly on Instagram, but nonetheless, I use them. Okay, and I think it's limited to like 5 or 7, but I still use them nonetheless. And I simply take the captions that we drafted there, right? And I copy and paste some things into a note, right? I copy and paste some things into a note, and now and I format them, and I might switch up, I'll switch up a sentence here, or I'll take something out or something like that. I'll edit it and make it mine, because I've trained Poppy and AI, my chatbot, at this particular point in time, that it understands my voice and my tone. So a lot of this stuff now is spot on, but that took some time for me actually kind of working through it. But now it sounds like me and it sounds human. And so I can then take that and I put it in a note, and I go to Instagram, or I'll go to TikTok, or both, and I'll repurpose those clips on both of those platforms, and I'll use the captions. I'll use the captions for that I created for Instagram, because I know it's optimized for Instagram. And then all I'll do is when I repurpose it to TikTok, I'll just simply do a much more condensed and short version of that particular clip as far as the description is concerned, because TikTok that platform is different. okay? And you got to, of course, know the different nuances and details with each platform. But that's it. That takes me after I've created the content. Vizard will spit out clips for me in 30 like 2 minutes, I believe, is top. Is tops. Opus Clips, I think it's even less than that, right? But let's say 2.5 minutes. And then once I get the clips and I make whatever adjustments I need, that might take me like 10-15 minutes. Sometimes, if it's a a great day, right? Vizard might just spit out some clips that are right on that I don't even have to touch. I just add my little graphic on the end of it and download them, right? Then I'd simply just, once I actually put them into Pop AI spits out these captions for me in in a minute and a half. And now, in all of 25-30 minutes tops, I got 4 pieces of content that I could post across platforms. Captions included. Right? And so, bingo. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm able to post. Now, if you're not posting as many times as I'm posting a day, if you're posting once a day, forget about it. You take one piece of content and you get 5 clips, you get 10 clips from it, from Opus or from Vizard, right? Captions and all of that. You have almost 2 weeks worth of content if you're only posting once a day in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So imagine now what you're going to be able to do with that freed up time. And again, like I said, AI is it's meant to assist you, and you use it in such a way where it's like, yo, the AI works for you. You tell it what you want it to do, and you give it a directive and allow it to do what it's supposed to do. All right. So I actually get really excited about this because this is a game changer for you, right? And look into all of these platforms. Okay, Opus, look into Vizard. Also, I've been using this platform called thumbnailcreator.com. Thumbnailcreator.com. Okay, I've been using thumbnailcreator.com to do all of my let me see here. To do all of my thumbnails, and yo, these thumbnails are crazy. I want to show you one. So let me see if I can pull it and drag it over. What is this? Sorry, y'all. I just want to see if I can drag it over. Oh yeah, okay, this is the right folder. Come on now, don't embarrass me in front of my friends. No, I want the one that I did yesterday. Day 2, day 14, day 13 thumbnail. Yes. Right, let me see if I can pull it, if I can drag it over. I'm telling you, I'm learning now. I'm learning. Boom. Okay. Yeah. So you see this? This is crazy. And all I did was copy and paste the link from yesterday's video, yesterday's live, and I put it into the thumbnail creator, right? And that thing generates up to like 3 AI thumbnails, and it reads the video and it creates a thumbnail based upon the subject matter. And it gives you a couple of different options that you can pick from. But yo, this is fire. And then you can upload. I uploaded a picture of me with my hoodie and my hat, and it as you can see, my hat is in here and everything. And it basically, it takes that image and it creates super dope graphics, man. Look at this thing. In minutes, by the way. In minutes. 3 minutes tops. So that's another AI. That's another AI software that's obsessed with. Okay, so AI equals your content creation assistant. Period. All right, and not to take over, not to think for you, um not for it to be your idea, right? And not for it to tell you what to do, but for you to tell it what to do. Remember, AI is your employee. It is your assistant. You use it to help you and help your workflow and help you to be more efficient and to redeem your time. All right. So how to use AI without losing your voice? Use AI, and here's just a couple of my recommendations. Use AI for the first draft, not the final. So use AI, and what I mean, how I do this is that I already come to AI with an idea. I already come to AI to something that inspired me, something that I saw, something that I think would be really cool for me to try out, that will be beneficial for my audience, and for me to actually kind of make it insert my voice in my brand, my perspective in it, and and maybe even go a little deeper. I like to kind of peel layers back and go deeper when I think through things, and I'm that's just the way that I am. So I brainstorm a lot. Like, ideas come to me and I brainstorm a lot, and sometimes what I'll just do, I'll go to the AI software, particularly ChatGPT in this instance, because I have the app on my phone and I can talk into the app. So if I have an idea, I'll just talk the idea into AI and say, hey, here's what I'm thinking about. I would really like to, I'm really interested in examining this particular idea from this angle. And what I want to discover is whether or not this thing actually connects to this thing. And if it does connect to this thing, how does it connect? Right. And I go through it and I try to find those connective tissues, so to speak. How does this align with this? And then ultimately, how does that align with my messaging? How does that align with my content? So I get really kind of deep with it. You don't necessarily, it doesn't require that, but you can, but AI is here for it, right? AI is here for it. So you use the AI as your first draft. So you help it to, you give it what it needs in order to help you to shape the idea or shape the concept. And then you take what it gives you, assists you with, and then you have the final say in drafting ultimately what is going to become public, ultimately what you're going to post, ultimately what you're going to write, ultimately what you're going to submit to your audience. You ultimately have the final say in drafting that. So you're using your idea in partnership with what AI was able to share with you, and you're using both of those things to create a powerhouse and a finished product that is polished, a finished product that looks good, that sounds good, but most of all sounds like you. Okay. Number two, you edit it to sound like you. Like, the whole idea is, this has to sound like you, right? So many people, and you can tell. I promise you, you can tell when you have simply used AI, right? When you have allowed AI to dictate to you as opposed to you dictating to AI, because you sound robotic. You sound like AI, right? It's like AI is the human and you're the AI. So you want to reverse that, and you want to flip that on its head. You want to make sure that whatever you put out is still you. Whatever you conceptualize and you partner with AI with, you have to make sure that you still inject the authentic you in it. It is your assistant. It is not your mouthpiece. It is not you. Okay? Always keep that in mind. That I can't stress that enough. Add your stories, your personality, your perspective, and AI simply speeds it up. AI, like I told you earlier, AI can expose maybe some blind spots for you. AI can maybe bring up a perspective or an angle that maybe you overlooked. Okay? This is what it's good for. But ultimately, you're using your story, your personality, your knowledge, expertise, and information, and you're simply just partnering with AI to help you to produce or help you to be able to produce those ideas and produce that vision quicker. That's all. Bottom line is you want to make sure it is authentic and you make it authentic. Big deal. Big deal. Can't stress that enough. All right, so here we go for today's actions. Okay, here we go for the AI experiment. So I want you to pick one AI tool, right? That's Claude, that's ChatGPT, that's Poppy AI, that's Opus Clips, that is Vizard, that is thumbnail creator, that is the AI functionality in Canva. If you want to create videos, I mean, you have Vio. There's so many different platforms. So take your time with it, and please don't get overwhelmed. But look into some AI platforms. I want you to. Oh, here's a big thing. Here's a big thing. Here's a big thing. AI. A big component of using AI is, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. But we talked about it in conjunction with, or I linked it to us listening way too much. And with all of these voices on social media, if you don't have your own voice, if you don't have your own direction, if you don't have an idea of what it is that you want to do in the direction that you want to go in first, okay, then even AI can send you all over the place. Okay? Send you everywhere. All right? And so when you're utilizing AI, it is important that you utilize AI. You have your idea first. You have a general idea or vision first. You know what you want to do, you know where you're trying to go, and you're partnering with AI to ultimately build out your vision. Okay? That is vitally important. I cannot stress that enough, because if you don't, you're going to run the risk of sounding like everybody else who's also using AI and who is not inserting their direction and their vision, right? And that is, I don't want you to go down that route, because before you know it, you'll start to kind of lose yourself. And I don't want you to, and that is your superpower. Knowing who you are and knowing who you serve, that is your superpower. That clarity. So I don't want you to use that. I don't want you to lose that. So pick one AI tool to try this week. Look at what it is that you want to do. Okay, what do you need the most? Do you need captions the most? What takes you the most time to do? Okay, I want you to ask yourself that question. What takes you the most time to do in your content creation process? Is it scripting? Is it captions? Is it, ideation? What is it? Okay, is it research? What is it that takes the most time for you when you're creating your content or planning and prepping your content? And whatever that thing is, I want you to research an AI software that does that thing. Okay, and we'll start there. Whatever your biggest need is, whatever is taking you the most time to do, I want you to find an AI platform that does that thing, and I want you to explore that AI platform to see if that is a platform that could cut down that time for you and even take a lot of that, or a lot of that heavy lifting off of your plate. Okay, so pick one AI tool this week. I want you to use it. I want you to use it to create one piece of content at least. Okay, one caption, one blog post, one email, one carousel post, just one. We're gonna start slow. We're gonna slow walk this thing. All right, and edit it to sound like you. All right, edit it to sound like you. That's a big deal. All right, And so if you about that life, I want you to drop AI experiment done in the comments when you've completed that. All right? That's it, loved ones. This went a lot longer than I thought it was going to do, than I anticipated. But here's the thing: if you want these slides, I'll send them to you. Let me know. Comment slides, or you can hit me up. You can go to Instagram, TikTok, DM me. All my information will be in the description. If you want me to do a live demonstration of these AI tools, okay, let me know in the comments as well. I need you to subscribe. I need you to like. I need you to share this particular video. And I just if it added value to you, value to you, go ahead and share it. All right. AI, I don't think is going anywhere. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at ways, again, whatever's taking up a lot of your time, whatever, if you've ever said to yourself, man, I wish I had somebody to do X. I want you to, whatever that thing is, I want you to look and research to see if there's an AI tool that you can hire, quote unquote, to do that for you and take that off your plate. All right. So we're using AI as our assistant, not to replace us, not to tell us what to do, but to tell it what to do. And when we have a healthy perspective and we approach AI in that way, then the results that we're going to get is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Okay? So let's not run from it. Let's embrace it. And let's just do it the right way. All right? Let's do it the right way. So I'm going to sign off. I want to pray. Oh, what did I say? If you want me to do a live demonstration, let me know in the comments if you want me to do a live demonstration of the AI tools that I use. If you want me to do a live demonstration, show you the actual platform, I'll log into my account. I'll let you see exactly what I'm doing and how it actually works. I can do a demonstration in real time, even with Vizard. I could pull a video in and actually show you how it works in real time. If that's what you want me to do, I will be more than happy to do that. All right, just comment, let me know in the comments. All right, cool. So listen, thank you again for tapping in with me, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. 5 on the a.m. All right, let me pray over you and your business. Father, we thank you. Lord, we thank you so very much for this time that we were able to spend together, just talking about the advancements of technology and AI. Particularly for content creators and small business owners and brand builders, right? Coaches, consultants, whoever we happen to be, or we're at whatever part of that industry we fall in. AI has something that will help us in our workflow and help us to be more efficient. But I also know that there are some drawbacks. There even are some apprehension towards it. And Lord, I'm not here to, of course, force anybody to use it, but simply share the information. And I've used it, and it's really made posting and making content creation a lot more efficient for me. And so I'm praying, Lord Father, that if there is a tool that my brother or my sister can actually use, it's going to take something off their plate, that's going to help them to be able to be more efficient, to help them to redeem and buy back some of their time, that they can reinvest it into their business, reinvest it into their family, reinvest it into even a hobby or some self-care, right? That would be a win for me, and I believe it will be a win for them. So I'm praying over their business. I'm praying over their families. I'm praying over their strategy. I'm praying over their anything that confuses them or been holding them back. I'm praying that you will bring clarity, that you will bring peace, Lord, and that you will bring know-how. And I also pray that you will bring people and even platforms to their recollection and to their and bring it into their sphere to be acknowledged and recognized, so they can utilize these partnerships in order to go even further, in order to be able to build bigger and do it faster. So Lord, I thank you for what you've already done. Bless this day, Lord. Bless every single detail and nuance of this day, and help us to be about your business, and help us to be about the business that you have blessed us to be able to deploy into the world. Be with our content, be with our products, be with our services, be with our clients, be with our viewers. Help us to be a beacon of your light and your glory in the world today. And we pray, Lord Father, that you will be pleased with us. We thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, family. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.